part of the great part of our school is that we meet twice a week, and so it's very college preparatory. So they get a chance to really figure out how to do classwork on their own time and on their own schedule, which would have helped me a lot in college for sure. And so I think it's a great benefit to them. And we haven't had any trouble with students placing in any colleges from here. They're usually accepted. They have very good test scores, and no, it's a great school for helping them get ready for college.
I like Rock Solid because it's a safer environment than most other schools. You're a closer knit kind of family with your class, and the teachers are pretty great.
Before I was principal here at Rock Solid, I've been teaching here, and I've been involved in our chapel program in the mornings, Fridays. We have a chapel and mentoring program. It rotates through. And so I've been a speaker here for quite a while, and also the PE teacher as well as the speech teacher. And so it's been great to really connect with the kids and get to know them a little more personally.
My name is Marianne Jennings, and I teach economics and geography at Rock Solid. And I've been here a long time because I really do think that this is a quality education to a group of students that are just outstanding. To be able to talk about Jesus in class and really spur them on to try to do their best work has been just great. And I think that the level of academics here is strong and that the kids really do try to care about learning, and I appreciate that very much.
Hi, I am Caleb Doro. I'm a senior this year. I really like this school because it's flexible. There's small class sizes. The teachers work with you to try to get and understand it, because you only come 2 days a week, and that's really nice for otherwise schedules, and they work with you for homework, and I really like that about this school. And I came with my sister, so that was a lot of fun to have someone that I could go home with and we could work together, and the class sizes are really small, so you bond really well as a class.
I think that there's a great social environment here, that's a great reason to send your child, because the friends that they make here, we have people who've come back years later still in touch with the people at Rock Solid. They spur each other on to love and good deeds, and that's the kind of place you want to be.
We have some great students here who make lifelong, lasting relationships with each other. A big part of that is our enrichment trips that we do every year, and so each class goes on an enrichment trip together, and there's a lot of bonding that happens through those trips, as well as our other events throughout the year, and our competitions between classes during the school year. And there's also mentoring relationships between the students. So some of the older students really pick up and help out the younger, and especially the incoming freshmen every year.
My name is Rachel Tabal. This is my second year teaching at Rock Solid. I teach math and public speaking. Students at Rock Solid are just fantastic to work with. They're great friends with each other, and it makes for a really great environment for being able to teach and being able to do a lot of things that you couldn't do in a public school in that kind of a setting, because most of the kids are so close with each other and they're such small groups of kids. It really gives me the freedom to do different things, and I really enjoy that. I believe that Rock Solid is preparing students, and it works out well because for the most part the students that come to Rock Solid want to learn, and they are more interested in school, and they're more interested in furthering their education and making it a real investment into it. So it works out well for us as teachers, because we don't have as much time with students as public schools do, but our students are more motivated, so it works well in a symbiotic relationship between the two to be able to really prepare them for college and give them the tools that they need because they want those tools.
Typical day at Rock Solid High School. They start out in the bin room, they get some social time in, then they're off to classes depending when they start, first or second period. Usually the second period is mostly the freshman class because they stay through seventh period, which is PE, and some other classes happen seventh period as well. So they're here, they're hanging out in the bin room, go to classes. We've got lunchtime, usually a few announcements during lunch, a lot of social time there, and then study halls throughout the day if they don't have classes.
I'm Pamela Gray, Mrs. Gray, and I teach American Literature, British Literature, and Freshman English. I've taught in South Korea, Seoul, South Korea, at a Christian school there, and then I taught in Phoenix, Arizona, and then I taught in the mountains of North Carolina, and then in Kansas, and now I'm here at Rock Solid. I taught in Thornton last year, and I love teaching at Rock Solid. The students are the most well-behaved, most respectful students I've ever
Our
taught.
continuing goal as far as our educators will be to have more and more teachers with a master's degree in the field where they're teaching. All of our teachers are very qualified in the fields that they do teach in, so I don't have any concerns whatsoever about that, and they're great teachers, and we're going to continue working on hiring more staff, and I think as the school continues to grow, we're going to see more and more opportunities with that, especially as we move forward with partnerships with other schools in the area.
Plans for when I get out of school are I'm going to Colorado School of Mines as well with Josh, actually. Josh is going too.
Quite a few students go to Colorado School of Mines, which has the highest index score of any Colorado school. So they come back and they thank us for what we've done.
Of education, no matter who you are or where you're going, is you're going to get out of your education what you put in. Certainly I've learned this through college as I've continued through grad school. So if you're going to put a lot into your education, you're going to get a lot out of it. So for Rock Solid High School, yeah, it's going to cost you extra money. It's a tuition. You know, it may be more time as parents that you're going to have to put in with your kids, but all of that is going to really benefit your students.
My biggest challenge has been probably freshman year, coming from a homeschooling year. I was really challenged, but in a good way. I learned how to manage my time really well, and I learned just a bunch of life skills.
I really like just the flexibility that you have with it, the ability to, you get a very good school education, you get a lot of friends, but you also get the flexibility of different activities and being able to be part of other extracurricular activities that you wouldn't be able to if you weren't at Rock Solid.
I'm Cecilia Gibbs, and I'm the assistant principal.
And I'm Terry Hayes, and I'm the office administrator. I handle a lot of the communication to the students and parents. We have weekly newsletters, and I just take all the incoming mail that comes in, tests and things, checks, help work with the bookkeeper on all of that.
Well, as assistant principal, I have a lot of duties, but probably the majority of my job would be doing the scheduling for all the students, working with them on their classes, and then I work a lot with the principal and helping him support things that are going on, staff and students, guidance counseling, that type of thing. I think that as far as Rock Solid is concerned, academically we are a great school, and I think that's very important, but more importantly than that, I think we have offer an environment to our students where they can grow spiritually as well as academically. And so one of the joys that we have at working with our students is seeing how their godly character is developed over the years, in addition to preparing them for college and the real world.
Well, my oldest son, I have 4 sons, and the oldest one, when he was in 8th grade, we had homeschooled him from kindergarten to 8th grade, and we were trying to decide what we were going to do for high school. And one of our friends had the idea to try Rock Solid, this 2-day-a-week program with teachers, and I felt like, what a relief. There were a lot of high school subjects I didn't really think I could do a good job at teaching. I sort of wanted them to have some outside opportunities with other people that were going to put appropriate pressure on them in ways that sometimes as a homeschool mother I knew I didn't. So we started out giving it a try, and I've been so pleased with all 4 of my sons went here, and it's just was a great opportunity for them because they did grow and develop. They worked hard, but I still had them at home those other 3 days a week doing their work, and still just a lot of good things that I liked about homeschooling we still were able to accomplish in our family. So it was just been a great fit for our family.
I had 2 of my 3 children attended Rock Solid, and they had a very positive experience here. My son actually still has very close connections to students that he went to school with, and he's running his own business, and my daughter, who graduated from here, actually came back and taught at Rock Solid for a couple of years. She was a science teacher here, and now she's a missionary with her husband in Ukraine. So I think Rock Solid gave her a great foundation and helped her to realize that there was a great future ahead.
So why us? I would say our big emphasis on partnering with parents, and we're very concerned about providing opportunities, and I think we do provide some opportunities that other schools don't offer, our enrichment trips, for instance. And so we're really interested in a combination partnership with the parents and our teachers, and really focusing on the student.
I think it's a fun place too. The kids make some great friendships here. They have an opportunity to do a lot of really neat things in addition to their academics. We have an enrichment program for each year. The students have the chance to go to places like Costa Rica and do missions work, or they go to Summit in their junior year. In their freshman year, they go to Idrahaji and they learn more about worldview. And then, of course, in the senior year, they all have that opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. And they make some really close friendships during those times. And it makes coming here just a wonderful experience, I think, for the kids.
Well, because I've been here from the beginning of Rock Solid, I've seen a lot of students go through here, and just some great 30-year-olds I know now that went here that are productive in their jobs, have good jobs, great families, and so I'm getting to see farther down the road than those parents are, and I think that it's a really good place to put your students for high school.
My hope as a principal for this next year is that we have a lot more students, and we're concerned about having students not because we need to exist longer as a school. There are plenty of other Christian schools in the area. Our conviction is that there is a strong biblical foundation for parents helping to raise their students and understand Scripture and just be brought up in the Lord. And so we partner with parents to provide an education for their students. And it's not something we just do on the side. It's a major priority for us to partner with our parents. And so we work together with them, and my goals for this year is to really provide more opportunities for our students and our parents and the wider homeschool community as well.